Yeah. Check the charts. It's a bloody scene. Thanks and Pulse Chain. You know exactly what I mean. From the peak we plummeted, down 99%. The Bears took control and funds were all spent. Sacrificed our pulse, we believed in the dream. Now we're holding these bags of soap. It would seem the SEC came knocking. Tried to build a case, said we were a scam. Tried to put us down, richer than the court, fighting for the crown. But we're still strong, yeah. We ain't going away. Through the darkest night, we wait for the day. The Bears are growling, but we hold the line. Text, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, destined to shine. The fools are sleeping, but they'll soon awake. For the communities are waiting, for the fortune they will make. Yeah. Buddha has been spreading, fear's been in the air. Whales were exited, leaving us in despair. Price hit the bottom, some thought we never climbed. Through the bear market, a brutal long time. We watched the value dwindle, watched the hope fade. But the core believers, the plans we already made. We staked our tokens, we played the long game. Through the pain and the doubt, we remain the same. The news has been grim, the futures look bleak, but the Hexagon spirit is on the take. But we're still standing, we ain't going away. Through the darkest night, we wait for the day. The Bears are growling, but we hold the line. Text, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, listen to sign. The fools are sleeping, but they'll soon awake. For the communities are waiting, for the fortunes they were made. A gavel will drop, a victory will see the case undone. Forget the set, a new dawn coming. The clouds will clear, the future's bright. The path is clear, the Bears won't last. It's only a fade, the bull is coming. Through the coming days, the sacrifices made will soon be repaid. When the market turns and the price is relayed. So hold your bags, don't you dare sell low. The next leg up is about to go. We're still standing, we ain't going away. Through the darkest night, you wait for the day. The Bears are growling, but we hold the line. Text, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, destined to shine. The fools are working, they're starting to thrive. For the community to wait, for the fortunes they will make. Yeah. Better believe.
Darker matter, darker matter.
Now build a bear for your teddy bear picnic. Building the bear to eat when the bull run ballistic. Will he get to a point? Yes, I'm Hex. Like Richard Hart's better Bitcoin. Industry of people sent for smart contract decoy. Multi-chain pulse real, no decoy. In my space, cold soup holes like a beatboard. Anti-gravity project, check AGP's coin.
Darker matter.
Fuel cell sacrifice to the decoy. Portal type with extra arms, big boy, decoy. Hungry for potential gains we could make. Some of the brave game on 180 days stay. Or 33, learn the tokenomics promptly. Don't sleep, we are only countdown to launching. Stuff that jackpot pinata. I want the whole enchilada. We'll see mañana. Block data, sacrifice, mistake claim. Wait, whichever ever way you play, I wish you great games. This down cycle brought many pains, but props to you if you ain't changed. You are worthy and deserving of charts turning, profit earning, grasp the winds that you're yearning. Start with learning, do not panic, sail in a hurry. The art of walking on a floor that's burning. More lava make the bull run faster. See through false hype and fake influencer chatter. Talking head trainer while they're dead if you let them. Truth weapon as a lesson, get up like Fight Club versus UFC. Don't talk about it, be about it. It's all about the AGP.
darker.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. That's really the only place to live when you are this degenerate and irresponsibly long hex and pulse chain. You got to save money where you can. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, the meals here are good. She does my laundry. She folds my socks. She asked me about my day, like, when are you going to get out of here? And why do you live in my basement in your 40s? And she's just really engaging, and I appreciate that about her. But, pizza rolls are just a yell away. And I mean, I don't think life gets better than that. So here we go. We got Green Days. I mean, check out the thumbnail. I like it a bunch. And let me save you guys a lot of time watching these streams. You're going to want to set my voice to 1.5x. Just go anytime you hear me, put me at 1.5x, and I speak at normal speed. If you do that, otherwise I just kind of take way too long to spit out what I'm trying to say. So speed it up, especially when you're listening to like Rings of Dust on that playlist. But this is the let's see how to make it big. There we go. Hex's Green Day. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Dookie, look at that. You guys, kids of the 90s, will remember the BMG, seven CDs for a penny, and then you buy like four $40 CDs in the next 2 years. And no one ever bought those other CDs. You just kept signing up and getting tons and tons of free CDs. It's a glorious time. But yeah, Hex's Green Day, it's very cool. Very cool, if I do say so myself. I like that. I'm just going to actually blast through as much of this information as quick as I can, and then we're going to drop the YouTube feed and go to X, where we can play things without worrying about get our blocked in certain territories and copyright struck to death. So I'm going to add my screen here and put baby in the corner down here. And we're just going to go through it as quickly as possible. Twitteroonies, check out your friend Sami. He's been, I thought he got more views lately, but he hasn't. So it kind of makes me wonder where his 2,000 average views came from in April, if they're still about 2,000 now. But if you look at Crypto Coffee, you can definitely see a 3x right there. So thank you very much, Robert, for sharing and liking this post, as you always do. Did someone say Hex? Okay, anything Hex, I'll allow it. Smooth Spider, drop it in here. Yeah, did someone say Hex? So Dr. Doge and the Hex God Candle Initiative. So nobody will read this, but basically no Dr. Doge staking. They were going to do staking, and now they're going to, instead of doing staking, they're just going to reward people for a year with Hex with their merged folder. So once you start merging and folding, merged folding. So I don't know what merged folding is, but we need to figure it out, and we need to do it because we want a piece. Yeah, run folding at home. Yeah. Okay, Protein. Yeah, I've done that. Dr. Doge rewards you. Yeah. It's not mining anything community. Wait. Merge. Okay, so I am merge folding already. I just used their ID as their team. So I can show you guys that. I need a login so I can do it, put it on dark mode like Hex Glenn told me, but haven't done that yet. And I can't do it on stream because I'm afraid I'll show you guys my secret passkey to that one. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Good stuff going on in notifications, obviously. You don't have enough darker space cult. Love it. Yeah, so if you're not over here on, oh my gosh, right now they're paying out Hex, Wick, Indican, Darker, Nuts, and Morbius. That is a hell of a package of tokens right there. I mean, like, really into Wick. I've heard Darker Matter's kind of cool. I love Nuts. I can never have enough Nuts. And Morbius, well, I think we all know what the Morbius tip button does, so I don't need to say anything else about their casino. But Dr. Doge, you fold protein, you save humanity, you help with medical research, and you get paid in coin. You actually mine some of the coolest coins that we've got on Pulse Chain. So go to drdoge.net, and then they've got up here, they've got the how-to step-by-step, which is very simple. But yeah, hex, get more hex that way. If you go to agproject.io, we added this percentage down here because I knew it was insane, but I didn't know how insane it was. We have 2.2 million, roughly. It's all twos. It's twos all the way down. It's turtles all the way down. It's staked crypto all the way down. It's red candles all the way down. Okay, so it's 2,222,222. Darker is the fixed cap, the hard cap of tokens, and over half of them are sitting in the treasury to be paid out. So you got 67% in the treasury, you got 13.9% circulating, you got 7% in the mystery box, you got 5.2% in the jackpot, you got 6.6 in the 180-day bonus pool, and then there's less than 0.1% in liquidity and the EDI converter. That's crazy. Now, minted into fuel cells, 361,000 Darker have been minted into fuel cells. And so it started at 32.7% airdropped, and only 13% of those 32% are left, meaning that more than half of those have staked. And out of the ones that have staked, we've got 90 holders. There's only 90 people minting fuel cells and staking them right now. We need to get, those are rookie numbers. We got to get those numbers up. And so once we get to we're headed to 150, I believe, and it's just a matter of time that we shine like a new penny amongst the projects here in Pulse Chain. The total EDI that's been distributed, 16 grand, almost 16.5 grand of EDI has been paid out to sacrificers. Let me say that again. We're on round 4 out of 66 rounds. We've already paid out 16 grand to EDI, of EDI to sacrificers. And that has been sold in Darker to fill that. And the price is doing stupendous. 10,000. So out of the fed to EDI pool all time, 10,000 Darker have been fed through minting, and then 488 have been harvested from the bot sales tax. So that's about $700 of that was just off the bots, and then about 15,000 of that was off of the mints and gifts, because you can just send Darker there and it converts it and pays out people. That's pretty cool. All right, so fuel cells staked versus free. All right, here we go. So stakes, fuel cell stakes versus free. 69%. Nice. 69% has been staked. That means that 69% of the 361 Darker that were minted into fuel cells, or 251,000, a quarter million of the Darker have been minted and staked. A 250,000 out of 2.2 million has been minted into NFTs and staked, most likely for 6 months. 250,000 Darker are off the market for all intents and purposes for almost the entire first season. For the next 6 months and a little bit, depending on when you minted them and staked them, that money is off the market. Okay. Anyways, there's just very, very little Darker going around. It might seem like there's plenty of Darker, but I would say there's not enough Darker to go around. You don't have enough Darker. That's the whole point of this supply information right here. If you guys want to play this, how to play, you mint, you farm, you get paid. So we're going to mint. We're going to take 100 Darker Matter fuel cells. We're going to mint 100 we're going to take 100 Darker Matter tokens. We're going to mint 100 fuel cells or NFTs for round 5. So right now it's season 4 for the next 6 days and 15 hours. And in 6 days and 15 hours, it's going to roll over. Round 4 is going to pay out and end. and then 5 is going to start. So you have 6 days to get into round 5. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons you'd want to get into round 5 and 6 and 7 and all of them, and keep doing this pattern of mint, farm, get paid. Mint, farm, get paid. That's all you got to remember. You have to remember get paid. Like, you'll probably remember that one. But mint and farm, mint and farm. So we're going to mint 100 of these. And it's all on chain. Everything's on chain. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cover the camera. Oh, you got to put in a password. Okay, so oh, it's the wrong one. Let me see what I did wrong. Just kidding. That would be funny. I have caps lock on. Do I have numbers lock on? Am I dyslexic? A little, yeah. You guys are like, got your keyboard thing up to like the microphone. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna take this off the screen and see what the hell it's doing. Okay. I see what's going on here. There we go. Now we're unlocked. Now we can sign this. It's going to cost us 13 cents in Pulse, which is a fortune in Pulse, but it's peanuts on everything else. Close. Look, we already, boom, congratulations, we got the fireworks. So we went mint. Now we're going to farm, go to farm, and we're going to go to the last round, which was round 3, which is already completed. You got to go to the completed rounds to stake. And if we go to round 3, it currently shows that I have oh, this doesn't show my stake now all-time high. It kind of shows my 23 darker that have been paid out to these ones. We're going to go to manage fuel cells, and out of manage we have 432 that are still unstaked. We have 315 that are staked. And so what we're going to do is we're going to mint 20% of those. So about 150 of them are going to get minted. We're going to stake them. We're going to say, yes, we understand that these are going to be locked up and we don't even get paid from the treasury while these are doing their lock maturity, their lock days, their lock sentence, serving their time. They're not going to get any. We're not going to get any treasury payouts for the next 6 months to show that we are serious about staking these, and to get 100x boost against the other NFTs, and to get liquid darker every 11 days forever. We'll go over that one to get paid. So step 1 of 3, checking to see if got those jackpots. That was 2 cents to see if we had any jackpots. Close that. And then it'll probably break it into 2 batches. So here's batch 1. Well, it says 1 of 1, so maybe it does 150. It's 24 cents. So it's a little bit more to stake than to mint, but the cool thing about this stake right here, first of all, congratulations, 86 fuel cells will have access to the 180-day bonus pool claims when they mature. So it automatically activates it. It checks the smart contract, it checks the chain, and then it goes live when it's ready. So as you can see, these are our staked ones right here. These ones we staked, and they'll mature on January 22nd. These ones we staked, they'll be on January 23rd, 2027. These ones will mature on January 23rd, 27, 24th, 27. And this last group will mature on January 25th. So we always got a batch going in. Look at these 4 that we minted. Look how big they are. These 4 are going to come out January 23rd. And when these hit and activate, they'll start glowing. So they start glowing from behind to let you know that they are supercharged and super conducted. And so it'll show you, actually, this is what it'll look like. It'll glow. You got your coins, you got your locked, you got your unlocked, you got the diamond hand, which is 180 days. The blue clock is for the 33-day stake. You can do a short 33-day stake and just give up your treasury payouts for 3 rounds, and that will boost your payout to 10x. But you don't get any other rewards besides that. And as long as you leave it plugged in, locked, or staked, it will continue to accumulate 10 times more than a regular fuel cell. Then, of course, you got lock, you got sacrifice, which, trust me, you guys are not going to have to worry about. I would not sacrifice NFTs until maybe the end of season 2, maybe. And even then, that might be a whale game. That might not be a, hey, I've got one good fuel cell, I'm going to just give it away and try to get that money back in EDI forever. The whales have just been dumping, sacrificing, snowballing the jackpot box. All 3 jackpots that have hit. There's a ton of you can tell who the whales are. You can tell who the regular, the normal users are, because the normal users will claim it and use it for power to keep minting and playing the game, like extra lives. And the whales are like, nah, burn it, like just sacrifice it, roll it forward, just pay the next people, just get the jackpot as big as possible, because the whales understand that if the jackpot remains insane, then people are going to come degen on this project and bump the price up. And the whales want higher prices more than they want the darker right now. Think about that. Anyways, deplete, that's when you smash open your pinata. You get 90% of the darker inside. 10% goes to the bonus pools. Yeah, live, white ring, glow ring, progress bars. Let's go back and check our round 1. We did a handful of, we did 10 staked for 33 days. So if we look at our 10 that are staked for 33 days, this one is 74% finished. So we're 74% through 3 rounds. We have 8 days and 14 hours left, and then we should see these ones start glowing, and we should see them start to accumulate a bunch of darker under fuel cell info. So right now, this 39.8 is basically frozen because we're staking and we're serving our time on our stake. So we're not getting paid out from the treasury right here. But once those go live, then we should start accumulating with those 10. And then we're going to wait and see what the difference is on day 180, or right around New Year's Eve of this year. Yeah, and it shows you what your projected darker should be based on today's minting and treasury at the end of the 3rd round, which is round 66. So that's 2 years from now, give or take. And you can play around with this moon math. So it says you should have 1,278 darker at this point, which would be worth 1,915 at today's price. But if I think the price is going to go up in the next 2 years, then I can play with this thing and get it to just some insane numbers. And, you never know in crypto what 1,000 NFTs that you bought for 35 cents or $1 a piece and put to work. You never know how much they could be worth in the future based on a lot of factors. They could be worth nothing, and then they could be worth something that just blows your mind. That's crazier things have happened in crypto. I'm not claiming that's going to happen here. I'm saying that the possibility exists. Navigator, way to go, kid. We're a navigator here. We're a navigator in this round. And then you actually have a rank in every round. If you check round 2, we minted 18 fuel cells. So we're just an agent over here on round 2. And then if we go to round 3, we minted 747, and that put us up in the admiral range. So we're actually an admiral in this round, but we're a navigator overall. So there we go. We minted, we farmed, now we're going to get paid. We can go to the jackpot. If we're really lucky, we will hit the jackpot. We have 0%, a 74% chance, it says, in winning. I don't know how it gets that one. We have 1,001 fuel cells. So it's guessing we got like a 74% chance of winning one of them, I think. I don't know. There's 78 winners that are going to receive 999 right now. If these unclaimed jackpots from seasons 1, 2, and 3 all sacrificed, we might get pushed over to 1,332, but I'm not holding my breath. Another thing that we want to see here is that in the 5 days, roughly, that round 4 has been going, people have minted 25,693 fuel cells for round 5. if that doesn't go up much, there's going to be so many fewer winners in round 5 than there are in round 4. In round 4, there's going to be 78. We know that. In round 5, if round 4 ended today and we started round 5 and you couldn't mint for it anymore, 25,693 divided by 1 in 740 chance of winning, that gives us 34 winners right now. I think we'll get probably another 5 or 10,000 on top of this, depending on if the whales step in. But even then, that would only add like another 10 to this. So you don't have enough darker. You definitely don't have enough fuel cells. We have 400 minted for round 5 out of our 1,000. We're going to be minting these in every day to get our 1,000 in, so I can show you guys how to mint, farm, and get paid. So right now there's 114,905 darker matter, or about 0.5% of this. Wait, is that 0.5% of the total supply? Hang on, let's do this math. 114,905 divided by 222,222 tokens equals, yeah, that's 0.5% right there, or 0.05. Yeah, no, is that 5%? That's 5%. Oh yeah, that's over 5% of the entire supply right there in the jackpot right now. So good luck to everyone that's minting right now. I hope you guys win in round 5, and good luck to everyone that minted for round 4 already. I hope you guys hit this 999, which is that's a pretty good payout. That's a lot of darker right there. So we're gonna go to the claim eDAI page. Like I said, if you sacrifice your jackpot winnings, that's where most of these people are getting their eDAI from. 16,000, almost 16,500 has been paid out in eDAI, which is phenomenal. If you look at the price, we got $2 of eDAI here ready to claim, because we did sacrifice one jackpot winning at the very beginning for 333 darker of weight. And so that's cool. Also coming soon, claim your buy bonus. Let's see how many buy bonus people are on there's still only 9 people that have bought more darker than they've sold since this has been updated 7/14. Okay, yeah, wait a minute. So let's do this right here and move that over here to Claude and say, hey, when do you think we'll update the buy bonus leaderboard? There we go. See if it'll update it or tell us how to do that. But like I said, there's 9 earners, 238 bonus dark at a 5% rate. People are getting paid 106 to 1/10 of a darker right now. We'll update this and see if there's more people on this list trying to earn that free darker. And the other way to get paid is a 180-day bonus pool. Like I said, there's 146,000 darker in this bad boy. And if we were able to claim today, we would get 51.97 darker for the 1,400 that we have staked. But remember, all 1,400 aren't going to be maturing at the same time. They're all started a day or an hour later than the other one. So that's going to take some time. But we won't be able to claim any of this for 153 more days. So from now till New Year's Eve, this 180-day bonus pool is going to snowball. I would be surprised if it doubled. I wouldn't be surprised if it got at least 50% bigger. So that would be like 75,000 more, which would be 1, 2, 1. So 2, 2, 1. That'd be 212,000 darker inside of here, which would be almost 10% of the entire supply in this bonus pool that pays out every 11 days forever, as long as you leave your NFT staked. Once you unstake it, you lose the privileges. You have to start all over again. All right, let's check the comments really quickly. We got Believe in Yourself. What's up? Crypto Cat, good evening. And then they both say hi to each other. which is very kind, very nice of them. We got 25 people, maybe listening, maybe not. I'm trying to talk at 1.5 speed for you guys, and then replay game. You guys can just put me at 1.5 yourselves. But as you can see at Darker Matter, we added this percentage right here because I wanted to show people what percentage was staked. And there's 69, nice, 0.5% that are staked. So basically 70% of it's staked and 30% of it isn't. However, the 30% that isn't is 110,000. And out of that 110,000, we still cannot stake the round 4 because we're still in round 4. We can't stake round 5 because round 5 hasn't started. So together, that's about 82. That's 82,000 that cannot be staked. So out of those 110,000, there's 82 that can't even be staked yet, meaning that the actual amount of unstaked that could have been staked up to this point is like 30,000 that haven't been staked, I think. Yeah, about 30,000, give or take. Super interesting, kids. Super interesting. Let me just explain the header for you guys. If you guys don't know, this is the home button. Here's how to play. It tells you the 3 steps. Here's your balance of Darker. Here's the price of Darker right now. Here's the gas estimation. It's also at the top of Squirrel Swap. Here's the buy now button that takes you over to switch.win. Here is the tax exempt status to tell you if you pay sales tax or transfer tax. If you have 10 or more NFTs, you don't pay the sales tax. It's really targeted at the bots and the traders and the cheaters. People just leave without even checking out. Like there's people that received airdrops that haven't even come to the site, and sometimes they just go to their wallet and see this pile of coins and they dump it, and they pay a 10% tax to us, which is nice. It's nice that if they're just dumping us and leave to get something to remember them by. There's 21 sacrificers. They've sacked 3,354 jackpots or NFTs, and 3,000 of those are NFTs, which was a big whoopsie by Hugh Maitri. Don't be like Hugh. Don't sacrifice fuel cells till they have a ton of dark in them. 198,812 has been sacrificed, meaning that amount of Darker has been rolled forward into the fuel cells that get paid out, and it's been rolled forward into the jackpot. And then it shows the EDI paid out, which is kind of cool too on the main page. But that's this whole thing. Here's your wallet address with the wallet logo. Excuse me. Here is our contract address if you want to copy it directly from the website to make sure you guys are buying the right one when you paste it and import it into DEXs and liquidity providers and things like that. Rings of Dust. I read Jiminy Christmas. What was it? I read chapter 25, 20. I think I read all of 25. I think I made it like a long stream. So I think we have, or maybe we've seen the Red Grand Hall, but I think we have 26, 27, and 28 left, and then 3 epilogues. And we'll have the entire book and the prequel on our playlist right here. Story time. Rings of Dust. There's 31 videos. There's like 3 or 4 more that I need to put here. And yeah, put this on 1.5x and you'll learn so much about the ecosystem. You'll learn so much about the game theory. You'll learn about the tokenomics. You'll learn about the why we tell people that minters win and stakers win harder. And well, there's action and there's love and there's suspense and there's good guys and bad guys and space and stuff. It's pretty damn entertaining, and I think this is part of what makes Darker Matter the most interesting project on Pulse Chain by far. Like, this one has a lot of cool shit and amazing art and amazing poetry and amazing songs and just the best damn community in crypto, hands down. Bitcoin price. What'd you do today, Mr. Bitcoin? Well, you just kind of stayed at 64K, which means Ethereum probably stayed at 1900. Yep, they're just hanging out, like, you know, like cryptos do. All right, guys. Green Day and Hex. Like I said, Green Day and Hex. Look at Hex's daily chart here. Look at that. 5 beautiful green candles in a row. Before that, 4. Before that, 3. Ooh, before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 green candles. We have not seen this many candles in a row for a long time. I mean, there's a little bit here on this dead cat bounce. There's a little bit here on that dead cat bounce. Just all of these are dead cat bounces. So, all of them all the way down. It's dead cat bounces all the way down. Pulse is up a couple percent. Pulse X is up about 3%. Actuator is up about 5%. Interesting. Dr. Doge is up 0.5% against Pulse and 0.5% against Hex. Interesting. And they're giving away Hex for mining and folding proteins. Pink Miss Well, it was $40 for a million, and now it's back down to 39. Someone cheated $7. Okay, so this one right here is sold $7, $7, $7, $7. So this is the same person that's been running the Make It Rain bot right there. And just apparently they thought that right now is a good time to cash out of Pink Mist Whale. This is not financial advice, but they are out of their damn mind if they think this is the time to sell. I mean, we're testing the previous local high, and then there's blue sky up to $105 for a million. But cheater's gonna cheat, degen's gonna degen, and people like moving that money around, playing with it. They're gonna play with it, but this person right here just stepped back in with an $8 buy right there, and I imagine it does not take a lot of buy pressure to move this one. We have 7K paired and locked with Pulse, and then we have 10K, almost 11K locked with Darker, which is also a very, very scarce token. And so you put these two scarce babies together, and magical stuff happens. Look, it's still $40 over here with the sell on the other pair. So yeah, $53 in volume. Very, very little volume going between these two tokens, because very few people have these tokens, and then the spread and the slippage is exaggerated because there's scarcity. It's just scarcity and a little bit of demand, just a little bit of demand. Darker and EDI is at $1.50. $1.50. And look at all these. The buy bot changed its whole game. The buy bot was buying 3.69 2 times for every 1 time the EDI converter sold 5. So it was getting like between 7 and 8. And then it only did it on the EDI chart. It didn't do it on anyone else. It didn't use an aggregator. So it switched to 5.55 and went to the aggregator. And now it looks like it's amassing more and more Darker and sucking more and more Darker off of the market at about 20% faster than it was before. Even though it's buying less, it's buying it for better prices. So you'll see the Cuatro Cinco buys on DAI, like we used to see them on DAI with the 369s. But then if you go to Hex, Darker and Hex, which has 1.2K liquidity, and you scroll down here, you start seeing the Cuatro Cinco buys over here when it was cheap. Then you go over to the PulseX pair. Right, no, there it is. You go to the PulseX pair, which is $1.53, because PulseX is stronger than Hex right now, for sure. And, what are these? What are these right here, kids? Oh, look at those Cuatro Cinco buys when it was cheap. It's just stacking. It's stacking so much. So much. Let's copy this address right here, and let's spy on it. Let's see how many Darker it's sitting on right now. Copy. I did notice that this address had amassed around 6,000 Darker since it started buying, and I watched that get transferred to a wallet where it was all minted. and will probably be all staked. Interesting how these buy bots can really hoover up this liquidity while people are dumping and sleeping on Darker. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to copy that address, and then we're going to change this from the pulsechainfoundation.org, which doesn't work, to Otherscan. Pulsechain.box. What the fuck? Sorry, I gotta put some money in the swear jar. We spelled out the actual address, and it took us to a bunch of sites that are not Otherscan. Man, I hate you, Google. Sometimes I really think you're a piece of shit. All right, Otherscan. Google, you evil sons of bitches. Remember when Google's motto was "Don't be evil"? Do you guys remember that? No, I don't want to see the search. I want to go to the site, you dumbass. Yeah, their motto or their slogan used to be "Don't be evil." Don't be evil. It's like this, nerdy, dorky, like, we're smart and we want to save the world. And then they did a lot of evil stuff. Very, very evil stuff. Helping governments kill, capture, imprison people in different countries. Just evil shit, and then they had to get rid of "Don't be evil." And then they just started buying up everything else like YouTube and everything and being more and more and more evil. So it's kind of weird that their motto was "Don't be evil" when that actually is exactly what they turned out to be. Otherscan. Okay, right here. No, not the Google search. No, we don't. Right here. We'll go to this one, and then we'll change the address. Paste. Enter. Let's see. Right now, the buy bot address is sitting on $182 of Pulse Chain. That's pretty good for transactions. And then it's got 3,000 Darker in it right now. It's got Dark X. So this is an OG. And then it's got $774 in DAI stablecoins to continue buying these for now. Has some Fux governance token. Oh, let's see. What is that? 13 of those, which is worth a fraction of a penny. Minerium is full crap. Oh, Texan back in the day. It has like a fraction of a Texan. Anyways, interesting to see it just scooping up literally tens of thousands of Darker. And you guys are just like, yeah, I want to wait for it to go back to 35 cents. I gotta wait for it to go back to $1. Good luck. Good luck, kids. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Hey, I already had it up right here. I didn't need to go through all that trouble and crash out on Google. All right, so here's the Pulse Chain Explorer, which is just not great at updating ever. It's poo-poo. But this will show you the holders of Dark. This will show you the holders of the fuel cell, which this is a little bit inaccurate because if someone has staked all of their NFTs, it shows that they're not in their wallet anymore. So this count is actually the one that we have on the site, which is 90. Squirrel Swap, DEX aggregator, all sorts of cool, crazy shit here. Products. All right, so here's his products. Instant swap, DCA, limit orders, liquidity management, batch swap, Pool Explorer free, positions and analytics free, manage coming soon, range orders coming soon, and automation coming soon. Interesting. You didn't hear this from me, but those things are coming soon and they might be pretty damn interesting. Bot. Here's the Squirrel bot. Brings the full power of Squirrel Swap into Telegram, buy, sell orders, manage your portfolio without leaving the app. Telegram, very cool. Tools, approval manager, portfolio tracker, bulk token sender, RNG flow, random number generator flow. This is what we use for our jackpots. Free tier, actually free. ECVRF at tier 3, which proofs over a request bound consume pin future block hash. Some cryptographic guarantees as same cryptographic guarantees as Chainlink VRF. A comprised signer still cannot forge a valid draw. So that's pretty cool. Then you got Visualize Entropy Builder, 10 by 10 100x cheaper. If you wanted to get this through him, if you need an RNG for your site, check it out. NFTs, you have the NFT Nutters, which is a marketplace. Then you got his Squirrel NFTs, which are sick. And then you got Play. This Hex Defense game is really cool, actually. And he did show me some very cool moves that I didn't understand the first time I played this. Nuts, guys. You know, you can never have enough nuts. And I'll show you guys the price of nuts, the price chart of nuts, and it is nuts. Fees, simple, low fee, big discounts available. So fee structure, you can get instant swap for 10%, DCA swap 15%, limit order execution 0.2%, batch swap 0.1%, Squirrel bot trades 0.3%, NFT holder discount 100% off. So you don't pay any of these fees if you have a Squirrel NFT. What? 555 NFT. Community fee share. So 60% goes back to holders? I know he's explained this to me. I know this. I know I've heard this. But this is the first time I'm actually hearing it. So if you have a Squirrels 555 NFT, it's 100% off. If you have this nuts, if you're a nuts whale, I might be a nuts whale. You get 80% off. Super Sharks get 40% off. Dabbing Dolphins get 20% off. Swifty Squid gets 10% off. Tinkering Turtle gets 5%. So the more nuts that you hold, do you get credit for liquidity pairs, Red? That's what I want to know. And then docs. You guys want to know all about the documents here. I accept and understand. I'm going to feed all of these into Claude and have it tell me like a 5-year-old how to use these. And then I'm going to check and see how to get a 555 Squirrel 555, 12.5% royalty. Here they are for sale. How much is he going for? 4 offers at 10 wrapped pulse? No, that can't be right. This is at 18,000 pulse. This one's at 18,000 pulse. 14,000 pulse for a black one. The more rare ones, I think that the gray squirrels are the rare ones. And then there's a ton of black squirrels. I could be wrong. And white squirrels, I think, are pretty common. The red squirrels, you would think that the red squirrels would be the most rare. Oh, here's rare. No, rare. Wait, does R stand for rare? You have albinos, blacks, reds, gray. Here's the gray one. See, so the gray one's not. Okay, here we go. Here, legendary. There's 9 legendary, 23 epic, 53 rare, 92 uncommon, and 378 common. Type red, albino, gray, a black gray. So red, if you get a legendary red, and there's one for sale, has offers auction. So let's look at the one for sale. They're going to give me this albino dipshit right here. So this is this is a common albino, and it's for sale. And it's for 300 million wrapped pulse. Damn. I don't know. That would give you a 555 NFT, and you'd get a piece of the action here. Interesting. I've got more questions than answers. Gray squirrel, red squirrel, duh. All right, I was going to show you guys the nuts price over here because it is truly nuts. Here's the nuts and wrapped pulse price, priced in USD. And as what is that? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What is that? Dude, And this is the gross part. This is disgusting. Watch this. Watch this. If you price this in Pulse, get ready. Yeah, that's what the chart looks like when you price it in Pulse. Ridiculous. I want to find the wick chart. Show you guys the wick chart as well. If I can find the wick pulse, there it is. Here's the wick pulse chart, priced in Pulse. You know, that's how it's doing against Pulse right now. Crazy. I want to show you guys the wrapped Pulse darker pair, just because it's got a longer. It's got a longer history, but this isn't even where it started. It started out at like less than 1 pulse, and this chart actually starts at 23,000. But if you look at this at darker priced in wrapped pulse, it's actually doing. Its all-time high was 276,000 pulse. Crazy. And it's a buck 58 over here on Wrap Pulse with $36 of liquidity. So interesting. Neon and Pulse. Neon, this is Neon coming out of a huge canyon price wise against the dollar. It's I can't read this chart very well, but it's 0003. I'm trying to think of how much it would cost for 1 million of these. Excuse me. Either way, looking good there. And then, of course, if we price this chart against Wrap Pulse, okay, there's what it looks like against Wrap Pulse. It's not just coming from here and fixing this little whoop-de-doo. It's coming from the previous highs, these crazy spikes over here, meaning that it's just supporting its first level of resistance right here. And I don't even think you could call this resistance because it's just a wick, like just a silly wick. Yeah, check out NexionPulse.com. Create token, sell, create farm, create DApp, lending, vaults, farms, staking, liquidity, tokens, token sales, analytics, vaults, liquidity pools, farm pools, auctions, buy and burn, docs, Telegram. I'm telling you guys, like, this is a whole universe, and people are waking up to the stuff that Squirrel Swap, Red Squirrel's building, the stuff that Left is building over here, and Psycho are building. Very interesting stuff. I wouldn't sleep on some of these. Vault 369. You can take your Mr. ProveX or Mr. Perv, as Salmi calls it, and you can use it as collateral over here. I'm guessing you can use the other core tokens, if not now, soon. And right now they've got pay only a small one-time fee starting at 0.5%, adjust based on redemption rate when borrowing. No compound interest, no time pressure. Whether you repay tomorrow or next year, we owe you the same amount. So, yeah, if you went to another place, you'd pay $100 a year to pay their interest on some of the other loan platforms. Over here, if you borrowed $1,000, you pay $5 forever. And you could, you have is it an indefinite time to pay back? Multi-collateral support. Okay, yeah, so Wrap Pulse, V Pulse, U Pulse, Mr. PervX as collateral. Interesting. LP token stability pools. So you can DAI and USDC returns from the paired stable side of your LP. So you get paid in stables. That's pretty cool. Vault token utility. The Vault token is the protocol's governance revenue sharing token. Stake to earn fees, locked for multipliers, vote on your protocol decision. deposit collateral, borrow USD, user earn. I think that Fast Abdul or the team has been watching Darker Matter, because this sounds a lot like Darker Matter's explanation in 3 steps, and how you can lock and stake and vote. Well, we don't have any votes because, I don't know what you'd be voting on really, other than maybe the sales tax. Decentralized. So that's badass right there. Shout out to Triplet Dad, maker of 0x Bistro. He's got First of All coming soon. And this one has a couple of things I think that are going to change the game as well. 0x Bistro. Look at this. The other chunk of dark is gone. And you have this cheap pair where they're selling it for $1.18. And it's $1.49 on the market. 20% of this has been gobbled up, folks. So if you view it, this is the crazy part I was showing you last night. If you buy 802 of these, it's worth 1.19K. So it's worth, about $1,200, give or take. If you buy it with EDI here, excuse me, you're paying $956 for 1.19K. Okay, so that's an easy arbitrage right there. What's the difference on that one? You come in here, you buy it $956. Sorry, let's go back. You get 1.19K. And then you pay 960 or 962 is, that's my balance. 0. Okay, yeah. So 962. You get you get $228 free, or a bonus of $228 in Darker over here. I would not sleep on that. In fact, I'm just going to tweet about this right now, and then you guys can race the ARB homies right now. So we'll click home, post, and I'm just going to say $200 ARB opportunity on TRKR. Over at 0x Bistro right now. And then we'll do the eyes, the eyes. The eyeball's like, whoa, what? I'm just going to do the crazy cat face. That's cool. I'll post that one. So now that one's out there. Who dis? All-time high. That's Wick against Pulse right there. And we actually saw some Wick and Darker added together in liquidity today, which let's go check that out. Wick and Darker used to have like $1,000 liquidity. Now it has $2,500 of liquidity. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wick is just climbing up right there. And then Darker over here is $1.48. Anyway, just some crazy stuff. USDC and Darker, another stable pair with about $1,000 liquidity over there. And it's $1.49. I'm basically $1.50 over here. Pulse Bitcoin, what have you been doing? Oh, this is Pulse Bitcoin and Darker, and there's no volume on it at all. $400 of liquidity, and it's only $1.16 over here. So you can actually get it cheaper. I mean, there's not a lot of liquidity, but you can get a tiny bag over here for $1.16. Push the price against yourself a little bit, and then you can go gobble on that 120. Just saying. Hex time tokens. I like to measure these in hex instead of dollars. And you can see some really amazing swing trade opportunities here. right? So you can like switch to hex when it's worth a bunch of hex, switch back to HTT 7000. It's there. It's got 158K of liquidity. So you can actually, yeah, you can swing trade this one pretty good. Just be buying a hex time token 7000, then switching it back to hex, then switch it back to hex time token, then switching it back to hex. Like right now, you'd be switching it back to hex time token, probably. Just saying that there's some cool games to be played. Morbius, what's Morbius up to? Morbius and Wrapped Pulse is looking pretty interesting in Wrapped Pulse. It's definitely beating Wrapped Pulse. In dollar terms, it's 4 zeros and a 3396. Also looking good. Being supported right here at this one. So we'll see if it takes another shot at the all-time high. Interesting. Nuts, Pulse, Wick. There's nothing else here to show you for now, but it's a fun time to be in Pulse chain right here. Like I said, Squirrel Swap has all this crazy stuff on it. The squirrels I just showed you failed to load. Let's try this again. Here's the liquidity pools, 41K in liquidity, and right now Gelato, it's $1.56 for the darker on Gelato, and it's $1.52 for Neon. But then you go down here, Wrapped ETH. What's up with Wrapped ETH? It's getting left behind because ETH is being a little baby. It's a little weenie. And it's $1.37 there. Where's that $1.19 pair though? Maybe this is off, like just a little late. Probably not. Yeah, there's PDI, and there's P Bitcoin. B Bitcoin was at $1.46. Interesting. Not sure why it's not the same, but it's close. Look at this. You got Dark and Gelato is the biggest pair, which is insane. It's 11,000, almost 12,000 in just Gelato and Darker. And let's check Gelato here. I kind of want to see Gelato's holders. So where the hell is Gelato's freaking address? Okay, let's just open this one up in Dex Screener, and then let's go down here and copy the Gelato contract, which ends in 845D. And then we're going to go to other scan. Well, no, we got to go to Pulse Chain scan again. Well, no, maybe Pulse. Maybe this one will actually show us the holders. I think there's somewhere you can go to the holders, but paste that one. All right, let's check this one out. This is Gelato. It holds one token, which is Gelato. So 127 million Gelato have been burned in the contract address out of, what is it? It's just got a, no, it's sorry. It's just got a ton of, no, it shouldn't have Gelato though. So $1,000 of it's burned right there. And I wish you could, where does it show holders of Gelato? Oh, I know what to do. We'll just go back to Squirrel Swap. So go back to Squirrel Swap. Failed to load. Well, we're going to go to trade liquidity pool. So we're going to explore the pool of Gelato. So Gelato, 82 pools over 4 venues. It's got 54K in liquidity. Its supply is 8.89 billion. So basically, I think that's from the burn and so forth. I don't think it's inflationary. It might be, but I really don't. And look at this. If you scroll down here, all of these are stacked perfectly on the Oracle line. Why is it that all these are lined up within, just a touch of each other? Oh, look at this. So you got, oh my gosh. So Darker is the biggest pair on Gelato also. Oh my gosh. Crazy. But we're going to do this. We're going to click on view top holders right here. So there's one holder with 11%, 9%, 7%, 6, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Me thinks this is the same owner. Well, these are pools. So these are actually liquidity pools right here. But you got it. Once you go through the top 50 holders, you're at 86%. I was really hoping that it was really hard to get this token. Like it was super scarce, like Pink Miss Well. But it seems to be doing pretty good according to the chart, man. Anyways, let's go back to 0x Bistro and see if anyone cheated on this bad boy. And they're like, $200 in this economy? Nope, still sitting at 20. Cash X God is still got 10 million for sell. I think it's like $58 for that 10 million. Anyway, or sorry, no, $82 for that million, something like that. Morbius. We're just going to go over here for no reason whatsoever. Wait a second. Let me see if the tips are cheaper at the cheaper tables. Oh, yeah. The cheap table. No, it's still 2,000.
Thanks for the tip, sweetie.
Oh, man. Good times.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, goodness. Scan.Morbius. Look at this. Ian, like, let's actually take the token Gelato, paste it in here, and let's do a code. Let's check the code. Let's analyze the contract. Oh, and here's holders. So it shows you the holders here, supposedly. Yeah, here's the holders right there. Tsunami. Oh, this is... Why is this showing dark matter? Token leaks. No, that's not what we want. Let's go to the code and see if it's doing our code again or if it's actually doing Gelato's code. Ask about the contract, analyze the contract. We were doing that. Maybe if we left it, stopped looking at it. There we go. Privileged roles. Okay, so 0% buy tax. No, you piece of shit. This is reading the dark matter contract again. It's not reading the one I put up here. Do I have to put it down here somewhere? I'm probably putting this in the wrong place. But that's not darker.soul. Yeah. But what is wrong with you, bro? Leave a review of darker. Oh, I should leave a review. Darker to the moon. Thanks, Morbius. Thanks, Fire Kyle. Let's see here. Share your thoughts. My thoughts are such. This is the most interesting token and community on Pulse Chain. AG project.io. All right, so that's our .io. Let's post that one right there. Cool. Actuator token. We have a stake here on Actuator. Actually, let's go back to Red Squirrel's portfolio here. There's that one and that one. Oh, that's fine. Here's our portfolio, load portfolio. And it shows you the tokens that you hold and how much they're worth. We got $20 on nuts. $17 of actuator, $17 of Dr. Doge in here, killing it. Pulse, Pink Mistwell, a little bit of Pink Mistwell in here, 95,000 of those. Wick, just a gift of Wick from Dr. Doge, most likely. And you got some HTT Hex time tokens. We got 5.55 of Hex time token 5555. And then we got a Hex time token of 369555 sent to us as well. Very interesting what those tokens might be worth in the future. Just those tiny amounts. But then you can also look up your liquidity providing, which this one doesn't have any liquidity providing. It can show you your hex stakes. We don't have any hex stakes. It shows you your DeFi. So this will show us our actuator and our Dr. Doge. Ooh, it's good. They've added the SwitchX. So we have 3 cents in SwitchX that was paid out today from our, how much do we sacrifice or burn? Interesting. So we got paid. We will be able to retire very soon on that 3 cents. We got our NFTs, which we have an unreal amount of NFTs. We got 73,000 NFTs, and most of them I wish I could just erase or have it not look at or hide. I'm sure I can hide them somewhere here. Show hidden. There's 4 that are hidden. So there's our V switch that was hidden, I believe. Anti-gravity fuel cell. We're going to have to go through and find the actual correct addresses we want to do here. So, oh, look, this is hide, right? So hide that fuel cell. Hide that fuel cell. Hide that fuel cell. Where's the ones? It doesn't show you the whole address here. We'll figure it out. We'll black out all the ones that are the old ones and show you the new ones. Very cool. Very cool. Wix aggregator. If you want to buy, let's say you want to buy $7 million of Pulse with, you want to buy Wick with it, it'll actually update this and say Jolt is the best deal right now, followed by Switch, Squirrel, Umbra, Empsil, 9X, which 9X Pateus hidden in quote from output. I don't know. No response. So they're not able to read Pateus. But yeah, this will tell you where, if you're shopping for a token, I'd come here and see where you can get the best deal on it and where you get the best bang for your buck. Wix sites. There are tens of Wix sites here about all sorts of cool stuff that they're building and that the AI is building, and that the AI is building an AI to build an AI to build a website that builds AI. So like I struggle to keep up with this. And every time Tangent starts dropping alpha and explaining something, that Dick, Pete, oh freaking. Yeah, the Canadian that has a meme token about war. Just think about that for 10 seconds. A Canadian that's got a meme coin about war. Give me a break, bro. He just goes in there and starts yelling like a crackhead, and it ruins every space. We've been very calm and patient with him, but like at some point he's just gonna. I would just mute his ass after I'd give him like 10 seconds, then I'd mute him, and then I'd let everyone else talk for as long as they wanted, and then I'd give him like 10 seconds to reply. He wouldn't be able to do it. Someone called him a timeshare salesman today, and I lost my shit. That was so funny. Yeah, check out Tangent's spaces. They're long and they're crazy, but they're very interesting. Here's our folding at home right here. It's going to burn my irises out of my face. Right now we're working on project 15413, target unspecified, and then there's project 15500, which is targeting cancer. Interesting. Let's check our machines. Yeah, we're kicking ass and taking names. Let's check our stats. Kicking ass and taking names again. Just killing it. I mean, we have 17.3% of the points of the team, and then we got 28% of the work units. You'd think that they'd be the same. I'm not sure why the work units are higher unless we're getting them done faster or getting smaller ones. I don't know. That's bananas. Look at this crazy one right here where I don't know if everyone went offline but me, but that was crazy. What the hell is that right there? Where I went to 150 million points per something, points per day. Oh, this was a huge like gift that they sent out a ton of points on that day. That's the 27th of January. Crazy. And then here's a nice spike right there. Interesting. Very interesting. You can see where I kind of went offline and then started back up. Boom, boom, boom. You can see where I forgot to turn it back on. And then that's just some beautiful pay, bonus pay right there. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this whole crazy market we're in, and how many? How do I put this? How many? Oh, I still owe 40 darker to Hex Glen and 20 darker to who's the other winner for the last guess? You guys please let me know, and I will try to get those to them. I'm slacking. But let's do another one. Let's do another guess here on round 5 mint. So right now, round 5 is at 25. The last two, this is insane. Round 4 was bigger than round 3, which is something I would have never bet money on. And so you got 158K, 65K, 57K, basically 58K, and then you got 25K. Is this going to catch up, like get another 5,000, get up to, I think 30,000 is kind of a given, just based on people DMing me and asking me questions and me being like, hey, if I were you guys, I would mint, and if I hit the if I hit the jackpot and I were a smaller user, I would claim it and use it for more minting, and then I would stake everything for 180 days after the round is over. So these past rounds that you can stake on. That's what I would do. That's the winning move for most people. The whales is the same thing. Just mint basically a lot of what you got, almost all what you got right now, and then save some for later to mint, and then sacrifice the jackpot payout to get some EDI, and then just start, just pump up the volume on the jackpot and the EDI payouts and the 180-day bonus pool. The outsized reward for this is going to be stupid in season 3. Absolutely stupid. All right, so Hex Glen's in the house. Yeah, Hex Glen, DM me an address. I have one somewhere, but yeah, DM me there. Good morning, good night. What's up, Wank Fright? Good to see you. Yeah, Hex, who is the other winner besides you on that guess? So this is what we want to do, is we want to guess. We want people to guess how many are going to be minted, and we want to reward the last person to guess as well, which worked out really well for Hex Glen because he just barely beat the other guy. Same answer, so they both got paid, but Hex Glen got the 20 for being the last person in, like, right under the wire. And so let me just dictate this over here. New contest. Guess how many NFTs are going to be minted in the next 6 days for round 5. Closest guess wins 20 darker, and last guess before the clock rolls over wins 20 darker. Good luck. Forgot to tell them how to play. Okay, new contest. Guess how many blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's XSC's round 5. That's not a question mark. That's a period. Closest guess wins 20 dark, blah, blah, blah. Now right here we need to say, in order to be eligible, retweet this post with your guess. Must also be in our Telegram group to win. It says post this with your guests instead of your guests. There we go. Must be in our Telegram group to win. T.me / anti-gravity saga. Good luck. Okay, so now I'm just going to copy this one over here from Claude, which has a not the best speak to text, but it's aight. It's aight. So we're going to go back here to home X, and we're going to post this here. Paste. Boom. There we go. Anti-gravity saga. Good luck. Yeah. And we're going to post that. So like this, then hit repost and go to quote. And I'm going to guess 30,303. So that's kind of a fun little pattern right there. And I'm going to post that. So find that one right there, the new contest, and repost with your thing right there. So we get as many reposts as possible. Notifications, Yala Coder, good to see you guys. And of course, Eddie Pulsechain is one of our biggest supporters ever, along with Robert and of course CryptoCat. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's go back here and say Hexicans now responsible to promote science with us. Hell yes. Let's repost that. Speaking of Hexicans, we got a new song from Kate Figure. I'm going to be playing that probably tomorrow. And I'm hoping that we can get that one going around the Hexicans as well. Let's see here. Internet money is continuous quest to bring crypto to the world. Today is a step. We say hello to TikTok. If you're on TikTok, drop us a follow. Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, drop them a follow. And then Crypto Coffee, did somebody try to print win on the chart? Laughy face. Win? It does look like they tried. Oh my gosh, up another 25%. People love it. That would be so funny. This guy that's got, I thought this was Andreas Antonopoulos right here, but it's not. Like 52% Hex pumps. Sentiment check, how many people still believe in Hex? Grand Inquisitor, Pulse Chain could be the biggest crypto opportunity of this cycle. Fire Kyle, hey Pulse Chain, let's run an experiment showing how a founder can create the illusion of market depth with only $1 of real liquidity. Setup, token A, 1,000 supply. Founder keeps 500 A. 250 A at $1 USD. Paired to 250 A paired with token B. Token B, 1,000 supply. Founder keeps the 500 billion, 250 billion paired with token C. Token C, 1,000 supply. So he's basically showing how you can like pair a small amount, but only $2 total USD ever entered. So $2 of USDC was ever entered. The illusion, the market looks deep because the prices are connected. The reality, the entire structure depends on a tiny amount of real liquidity. When the founder sells C, C goes to B, goes to A, goes to USDC. The weakness of every pool is exposed. This happened for real already, and I'm starting to see the same pieces of shit showing back up the community and shilling it. Note, yes, this is a very simplified, but the point is if you see it being done, it's intentional. You're no better, no less to blame than the founder when you shill it. Ooh, Fire Kyle calling it out. Hex Lotus. Hey, there's 369 likes on Richard Hart. AI is making a few math breakthroughs. Coincidence? I think not. Funny. PNI 00217. Hex 002127. Like that is kind of bananas right there. PDI with its, because PDI has a community and a shiller and a narrative, it's doing pretty good. And It's bananas how powerful that is. Hex delivered extraordinary returns in its early years. Question is whether it can repeat. Yeah, I like that. Coexistence, Steven. Does it look like a dead chain to you? Not at all. It's only a fraction of the Atropa ecosystem. Oh my gosh. I some of the Atropa stuff's sick. Some of it's dumb as shit. Good morning, Hex. Good morning, Hex. I know who reposted that. Yep, Robert. Keep buying. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so anyways, go back here to the studio, check the comments. There we go. Hey fam, I hope everyone's having an awesome day. I'll have to hit the replay. Loving the daily streams, Max. Don't sacrifice fuel cells until after you've staked. Laughy face. Yeah, he's the one that sent a hell of a gift. What round was that in again? Because that round now has 3,000 less fuel cells competing against it, which could be insane. You know, we might have to set up a GoFundMe where people send him some of those rounds fuel cells so that he can stake him this time instead of sacrifice them. But Hex Glenn, why? Let me know who the other person was. I wrote it down somewhere, but that's pieces of paper all over the place. I'm like crazy cat lady with paper. Don't go to our meme section in Telegram and see the very very not safe for work video that Red Squirrel made of me cleaning the microphone. Don't look at it. Other than that, Jonathan Kampala, my brother from another mother, I hope you're having a great night. I know you're going to say love you, good night, fam, as I play this out, but I appreciate it. Again, this is on an hour and 27 minutes. So like I said, 1.5x shortens this considerably and makes me sound smarter. So try that out. All right. You guys have a wonderful night and a great rest of the week. Let's see, it's Wednesday today. So, okay, I got Thursday and Friday still going on. I'm not sure if I don't think there's an F1 race this weekend. There was one last week in Hungary, I believe. Yeah, let's play out on Korean Investor, someone I haven't seen for a while in here. He should be in here checking the alpha when he gets the sent. But shout out to Korean Investor for this killer rap that he made at the beginning. It's very, very cool. Love you guys. Remember, you have incredible worth inside of yourself, even when you don't feel it or realize it. And also, what you do matters. And yeah, you're part of the best community in crypto and in real life, hands down. And we're glad to have you here. So you don't have enough darker. As you can see, the buy bots sweeping thousands off of the market every day. Wonder what will happen over time if it just keeps sweeping. Interesting. It's just interesting. That's all. It's interesting. All right. I'm going to drop YouTube and I'm going to play Green Day's Paradise. No, that's not it. What's the name of it? It's the one where he says, bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. That one right there, because that's the name of this. Hex's Green Day, bite my lip and close my eyes. If you know what that song is about, which it doesn't really make it clear on the music video, but that's kind of the ecstasy that we're going for in the bull. So all of you guys that have actually commented are going to gonna have to switch over to Twitter if you want to watch that music video. If not, that's fine. I'm gonna share my screen again. Turn on the volume so you can hear it. I'm gonna go over here to YouTube and What's the name of that song? Green Day. Green Day. Basket Case Live. Dookie Holiday. Nope. Nope. Time of Your Life. Nope. Which is it? Is it? It's Paradise is a different one. Time of Your Life. Boulevard. I'm just gonna hit Bite My Lip. There we go. Yeah. Time Ticks By. Is that it? No, it's Longview. Longview. That's the one. Okay, so here's Longview from Green Day. And oh, look at this. If you search Green Day, Bite My Lip and Close My Eyes, it shows this live version right here going right now. Crazy, crazy. Okay, let me go back here and say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube.